stream started.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hi. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Hi. Hello, hello. Hello, welcome, welcome. Hello. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Wow. Is that what happens when I forget to make the waiting room? Like with at least an hour of anticipation? Yeah, I had noticed that. Whenever I forget to actually make the waiting room, like at least with an hour of anticipation, I have this issue where apparently no one actually shows up to the stream at the very beginning. There is always like this weird like 10 to 15 minutes gap between the start of the stream and when I actually see people actually chatting on the stream, which is very interesting.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Ricardo. Welcome. Welcome. I was saying, I found this very curious thing that I just noticed about the streams. If I forget to make the waiting room, like with at least an hour of preparation, there is this like 10 to 15 minute gap between when I start the stream and when people actually show up. Yeah. Which is something interesting. Yeah. I wonder if there is like this issue with the notifications in YouTube or Discord, that there is like a delay, right? So I'm thinking, maybe I should just open the waiting room like early in the morning, like for me. Yeah. Like maybe post it like 6 hours before I actually stream. Maybe that would actually like maximize the amount of people that I get for the stream. I've been thinking about that. Yeah. Because I have seen like this correlation between when I open the waiting room and how many people I get at the start of the stream. Yeah. Which is very interesting. Yes. Also, do you remember that I mentioned on Twitter quite a while ago that I tried to record a voiceover from start to finish in a single sitting, and I kinda fucked up my voice? Yeah. Well, I was editing that voiceover, right? There is a bunch of parts that I need to like re-record. And I noticed something as I was like editing stuff. I came to realize that there is like this weird feature of my voice, or maybe it's just simply like a property of voiceovers, where my voice slowly begins to feel like monotone when I'm speaking, right? It's like this weird cadence that I have, that I notice, that is like slowly my voice like becomes strained from emotion, right? It's like I'm talking like very like happy-go-lucky, and slowly begin to just go like this, and then I'm just speaking like on this tone of voice, really low and constant rate, and like with these weird pauses here and there, right? I sound actually like bored. Yeah, and it's nothing that I do on purpose. It's like not, what to call it, intentional. Yeah, like you can actually hear the light being drained from me. Yeah, but I believe it's not like me actually getting bored or something of the sort. It's more like my voice grabs like this. Let's call it a maintenance mode, where I'm like speaking, trying to not put like a strain on my voice, and maybe that's why I can't like stream for so long without really being like too heavy on my voice. Yeah, it's like a cruising mode. Let's call it the airplane mode, right? But I also noticed that it makes the recording far more like boring, right? When I'm editing stuff, I'm listening to myself and I'm like, that sounds kinda awful. And then I need to re-record it, right? I actually had to do some re-recordings of my voice because I noticed that, right? And it's weird because I'm starting to notice that there are points in the recording that I can actually hear like my voice being drained from emotions, right? It becomes like robotic in a way. Yeah. And then I watch like the actual stream, right? The stream where I did the analysis of the dungeon. And I realized that the start of the stream was like energetic, right? But as time went on, my voice started to do the same thing where like it slowly got like drained from emotions. Yeah. E. Yeah. It's actually quite interesting. Because now I'm like more like aware that even though the video I'm making is like something I like, my voice in the recording doesn't sound like excited or interested, right? And when I'm listening to the recording, I actually get bored by my own voice because it's lacking like emotion, right? So I'm like starting to realize what actually maintains like attention is not simply being like eloquent or having the subject be like clean, right? And well presented. Is like the way you actually intonate stuff actually carries weight in a sense. Yeah. Which is something I never realized before. Yeah. It's very interesting. It's like
beans. Welcome, Vast. Please enjoy the stream.
not beans, but a new discovery. Welcome, Bast. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. How are you today? Yes.
Nuts.
Nuts? Yeah. It's something very interesting I noticed when I was editing the footage. Yeah. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. You know, I have like this shorts version section in the channel, right? I really don't know what to do with it. I could like maybe upload like clips from the streams, but that would mean I need to actually go through all my streams again, and that's kinda painful. Yeah, so yeah, I was thinking on doing the dead thing, where I basically just post my deaths from different games into the church, right? But I don't know if that's a good idea, because it will be basically spamming like clips of me just randomly dying.
Yay. More Zelda. X3.
Zelda! Yeah. So what do you think? What would you think if you see like a barrage of shorts of me just randomly dying? Yeah. Yes, your first message in my chat every stream is a free DTS. Yes. But what? It will be funnier as a compilation? That's actually not a bad idea. That's basically like my deadlets edit that I was making for Celeste, and I kinda sidelined it because I wanted to make the dungeon analysis. Yeah. Basically that. You saw a video that did something funny like that? Post it on the Discord so I can use it as a base. Yeah. Imagine everyone started talking at the same time as a first message. Well, currently the TTS has a queue, so it wouldn't like make it so every message is read at the same time. I could make it so it happens. Yeah, but currently there is a queue. Sadly. Yeah. Yeah, if I have like over 50 viewers, that would be quite chaotic. Yes. Well, now that I think about it, the DTS can actually overlap itself, because I have like two bots actually handling the TTS. So there is like exclamation mark TTS and what is that called? Double colon in double colon command. Yeah. Yeah, the pipe actually works. Sadly. It's something that I maybe should address eventually. Yeah. Oh, by the way, a few things are like stacking up this weekend. So there might be some cancellations during the weekend. Tomorrow, I forgot, is the Mother's Day on my country, so I might need to attend some parties, and I might or might not be able to make it to the community night. Yeah, and on Sunday, we are going to have to unload some merchandise on the warehouses, and I need to be there. Also, they basically cited me to the simulacrum thingy for the elections, so that's another thing I need to do. Yeah. So on Sunday we will see. Yeah. So I need to check. It's actually more likely than not that there will be not cancellations, but just so you're aware. Imagine like 10 plus people enjoy the meta papa. Whoa, that would be bad. Yeah. That kind of work was. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah. Just so you're aware that there might be some movement on the weekend. Yes. In other news, I'm a blonde now. The pink has faded. Yeah. And I'm planning to even out the color, so at least for the next 2 months, I'm going to be blonde. Yeah. You're aware that I'm no longer pink. I will try to go to white once my hair like recovers a bit, because currently it's kind of fried. Yeah. Also, I figured out what happened that turned my hair pink. ERL hair. Yeah. I figured out what was the weird combination that turned my hair pink. And now it makes sense. It was like a weird chemical reaction. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to match my model's hair color, ERL, basically. Yeah. Yeah, something like cosplayish. But because my hair is naturally black, like pitch black, it's a, let's say, a real challenge. Yeah. I actually managed to get really, 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 really close to the correct color. It was just this weird shade of metallic gray. That was not what I was trying to get. Yeah. My natural hair color, like my actual my color is black. Yeah. I'm mostly blonde because I'm always bleaching it and painting it colors. More often than not, you are more likely to see me as a redhead. I actually even showed you the color of red hair that I had. Yeah. My hair is actually pretty nice. It's like fried at the tips because of my weird experiments trying to get to white. But for the most part, it's actually really, really nice. Yes. Yeah. one of my relatives was saying that just from my experiments, I'm actually more qualified to actually do like hair dyeing than 99% of the people working at hair salons in the city. Yeah. Yes, let's not talk about the short part at the back of my head. That was a failure, indeed. Let's not talk about that. Lucky enough is in a spot it cannot really be seen. But yeah, for the most part, I'm very successful. Yes. And also, give it me like 6 months, and my hair is going to be pretty much recovered. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea how you pull that kind of formation out of nowhere. Yeah. Wait, is the... Wait. Is the image like crooked? Wait, no. There is like... What? The hell? There is like this weird black bars on the stream. What the hell happened there? Restore resolution, config, pull from backup. There we go. What the? Why was the stream like that? Why was my stream suddenly cinematic without a justification? Wow. It's nice that I actually have backups of my configurations. Yeah. Oh, you want me to make a cinematic alert? I actually can do that. Yeah. I totally can do that. Yes. Add to the suggestions on Discord. I really need to get to actually implementing those. Maybe, you know what I should do? I should actually like dedicate a lot of time to actually just like improving the stream itself rather than editing videos. Yeah. Yes. Suggestion? Yeah. Yeah, I maybe should actually like assign like time to do that. Yes, but because there is like this backlog of stuff I want to implement. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Yes. Okay. Shall we move on to the game? Because I'm kinda rambling without direction. Give me a moment. I need to grab the controller.
Stream started. Hello, beans, nuts, yay. More Zelda. X3.
Excited DTS. Have I seen the current suggestions? What, did you add even more? Yeah, I have seen the suggestions. We did implement the one for the Kraken, right? I think we even added the howling sounds. The cake one. Wait, what quick cake on? You're the cake with candle shaped like a flying one? Oh, that one. I didn't even notice that one on the list. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's move on to the game. Let's move on to the game. Why is community night suggestions on the both channels? That's a good question. Maybe I will move it. Actually, let me move it before I forget. Community night suggestions. I will move it over here. Let's put it like at the bottom. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Where were we? New X-Man. I didn't do that in like on purpose, but it kind of happened. Okay, so we were exploring the Spirit Temple. We made progress through the first part. That is the one for the child like section. Is that at the battle matchups over a ship? Wow. It will be interesting. You know, there is something that I've been curious about. I thought one of the first things you will do when you saw the file names in Zelda is that you would ask who's mana, but never actually got that question for some reason. Yeah. Actually, I actually like the sprint mode. You see, but it's scanned out how it doesn't spooky while called Spirit Temple.
Hello.
Hello, Felipe. Welcome. How are you today? Yeah. You just thought it was a random file name? Wow. X is a random file name. Yeah, the music for the Spirit Temple is very interesting. It feels like it's like made to give this like ancient pyramids kind of feeling, in my opinion. You have naming files learning names? Really? Wow. I wonder why exactly gives that kind of feeling. Yeah. Wow. So there is a big hole right there, huh? So you need to push this open. So this is still behind the silver gauntlets. Yeah, the color palette, the texture, all of it kinda implies kinda like Mid-Eastern kinda vibe. Yeah.
Mew hello, smiley face emoji, heart emoji,
Hello.
waving hand emoji.
Hello, Mundo. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so on this side we have basically a mirroring room to the one on the child side, apparently. Wow, I suck at drawing, apparently. You once named a file Kawabunga? Wow. Wow. So we have a sealed door and two normal doors. Let's see. Given the current map, I actually pressed the button for the map in Elden Ring instead of the one for Zelda. We have like one room to the left and two to the right. Interesting. Huh. So let's check the left side. There is a symbol right there. What are you doing here? Why is there a random wolf in the spirit temple? What? Why is there a dog here? Why is there a wolf here? What? That is a climbable wall, apparently. Is there something down here? Oh, you sink in the sand. Interesting. That's a new mechanic, I believe. Can you like sink completely? Or does he stop? He stops. Huh. Yeah, there is a 3/4 in the door. Interesting. So we have a 3/4 right here. Check. The crest of the royal family of a 4-year-old is described here. That's weird. Why is the crest of the royal family here? Also, that's interesting. They call it the crest of the royal family, but we know it as the Triforce. That's weird. Huh. Because that means the Triforce is not necessarily related to the royal family, because you can find it on random places throughout Hyrule, right? Huh. Yeah, maybe they just took the symbol as a crest. I suppose it's not that weird when you think about it. There has been plenty of governments that have taken like religious symbols as like their flag, I suppose. Yeah. One of the most famous ones is the Nazi Party. Oh, what the hell? So, a chest just randomly dropped. Huh. Is there a way to climb up here? From below? There is not. So you are expected to use the hook shot here. Huh. That's weird. They are not making use of the dungeon item. Yeah. Yeah, the Hindu symbol. That's weird. We have in total used the dungeon item once. Ah, this is the compass. Oh, so this is the location of the compass. We can see a chest over there. I bet that's the key that we are missing. This room is very weird. You need the ocarina and the hood shot. And we have a random wolf in here that is like very like out of place. What did hitting the thing up top actually do again? I don't remember. Out of place walls are always suspicious? Yeah, kinda. Lower the bars? I completely forgot what it did. Lower the bars? For the doors, you mean? Maybe? I completely forgot what that switch actually does. For the compass door. Oh, I see. That has bars. This is a very curious room. We have a block of time right there. A bunch of rupees. Wow, it actually reached me there. Oh, wow. Oh, look at this. Because the camera is fixed, it won't let me actually trigger the quick shot. Interesting. Huh. We are missing at least one. Why is this? Why is Navi marking this spot? Not that. Okay. Okay. Not that either. Okay. Not that either. Don't tell me. Is my... Ganador de Monkey of Cooking? Wow. If he was the reason for this once, it would be quite the balls aficionado, I suppose. Is this maybe meant to be for the block of time? It's for the block of time. I see. That confused me a little bit. That's some weird like positioning right here. Now we have that right there. Maybe I can do it with a running jump. No, it looks a bit far. Yeah. Maybe there is a hookshot on the ceiling that is like invisible. Not really. Huh. Interesting. Huh, it's just out of reach. That's weird. You will expect it to be like a hookshot placed on top. How will you go around this? How will you reach that? I actually thought that maybe using the Song of Time would actually place the block over here. It would have made more sense, in my opinion. Run and jump. Oh, wait. Are they expecting me to do this? Not that you mentioned in running? I overshot that. Ow. Huh. So here we're using the hover boots. In the other room we use the hookshot and the ocarina. And here we use also the Song of Time. That's kind of weird. Oh. So we have a tech right there for no apparent reason. Tech? Like? I don't remember the name. And I also kind of heard something that sounded like I read it a little bit. Was I mistaken? Wait, why is Navi pointing at the center here? Yeah, she's still there. That's not it. Ah, there we go. Huh, there is a hidden fairy in here. Interesting. You thought that chest was going to be summoned on another chest? That would have been funny, actually. So for the left side, the one for the child link, it was basically a loop, right? On the right side is just like branches. So basically we have like this kind of movement for this section, right? And for this one is like simple like branches, which is interesting because that means while this one like a loop, the other one was like specifically made to look like branches, and given the structure is like the structure is telling me like this is meant to be a gauntlet. Wait, Verthandy, I think we could hear your... Wait, what? Did you just hear my Discord notifications? Send another message. Let me check. Just send it on the suggestions. Yes, it is my Discord. Yeah, I just saw that. Okay. Now it shouldn't be... you shouldn't be able to hear it anymore. Yeah. Whoops. Ow. So now we have this, right? This structure reminds me a little bit to... Ow. It does make like the sounds from the readers a little bit. I like. That's interesting. So this structure right here is reminding me of the way the Deku tree and the fire temple. Ouch! That actually hurt my ears. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, this place reminds me, the structure of this part of the temple reminds me of the fire temple a little bit. And the Deku tree. Yes. Oh. And now we have a light puzzle? And I hear something that sounds like a pectite. Like. Oh wait. What the hell? You. Really? Damn it. Leave me alone. Okay, now that was unexpected. So now I needed to use the lens of truth. This is weird. It's like every room is like requiring a different item. It's like killing a spider only for the lot of smaller baby spiders crawl out of its body. Yeah, I can dislike that, huh? And this is a light-based puzzle, which is kind of weird. Can I not pull? Should I push? He gave me the groan sound, but he dropped a chest. So, my gaming brain is telling me this should be a mimic, but I know Zelda has no mimics, which is weird. Recovery card, not useful, not particularly harmful either. Another chest, which is weird. Why are you giving me chests if the answer is wrong? Ah. Okay, I stand corrected. That was an actual trap. Now I'm curious, what happens if I light the other one? Oh. He's still in the room. Hold on. Right? Nope, he just left. Wow. Is the Breath of the Wild? Not really. It's a game a little bit older.
Welcome Zelda Gamer, please enjoy the stream.
Hi.
Hello, welcome. Welcome. Zelda Gamer, welcome. How are you doing today? I heard something. It sounded like something triggered. We have fire there. There is a hole in the ceiling. Okay, so we came from F1, right? We basically just went up and went through a door, and now we're back at the main area. There is a chest somewhere in this room, and there is a hallway we had not touched before. There is another chest right there in the same room. Okay. That's telling me there is a chest right in front of me, right here. There is a switch there. There is no apparent way to go across unless I use the hover boots. Yeah. Oh, and this one seems to be rusted. I never actually took a good look at the switches. I thought maybe those were like... the fuck? Did that child actually try to attack me from below? Okay, a question. Do I need to press this using the iron boots or using the hammer? Apparently not the iron boots. Oh, that actually opened the door below. Interesting. There says there is a chest in this spot, but I don't see it. Which is interesting. I can jump on the bomb from here. She's down there. There is one up there also, but I need to check. Yeah. This temple feels very weird. Oh, there is another chest over there. That's weird. Doesn't that mean there is two chests on that side? Wait. There we go. And this is a key. The transport is on the ground side of the hand. Actually, that's interesting now that you mention it. Usually transport is on the back of the hand. You are indeed correct on that. Yeah. Was this the part where I used this on? Apparently not. Maybe if I go here. Ah. There we go. Yeah, the chest is made out of wood. But you would think that would be like consistent within the game, right? And that's not true, which is a bit annoying, I must say. It's weird that you need to be at this height for this to actually work. And the reward here is an optional guy right here. Interesting.
Hi.
Welcome,
Hello.
Alejandro Alvarez. Please enjoy the stream.
Hello, welcome, Alejandro. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we got this one right here. For some reason, it says there is a chest on the other side, but there is like no way to trigger it that I can see. There's also a whole new section, like over there that we are missing. Yeah. Come on. Why is so hard to aim with this thing? You would think it would be easier to aim with the controller? Let's see what's in the middle, because it's like something like off here that is like not matching with what we see in the map. If we check the map, we can see that there's like this hallway, right? But I cannot tell if it's leading up or down, because if it leads up, it should lead to F3, right? But I don't see a room in that spot. Yeah. Oh, there is a... Huh, okay, this is the second time we need to use the silver gauntlets. Huh. Wow, there is actually a few of these. That's... so weird. It's almost like they are placing this for the sake of placing them? Or is this a shortcut or some kind? What is this? I don't remember this. Huh. Wait. I actually don't remember this part of the Spirit Temple. Hold on. What is this? Oh! It goes down! Oh! Excuse me? I didn't get off? Oh, you can move. It's not a cutscene. The weird framing kinda... Oh! It's a shortcut. I never even noticed there was a hole there. Huh. Did anyone know there was a shortcut right there? I don't remember that shortcut. Wow, okay, that's new. So there is like this weird shortcut in the middle of the temple. Which is weird because the temple itself is not that complex. It's like significantly less complex than something like the Fire Temple. Which is weird. Yeah. I'm on the ground side. Can I not jump over this? I can. I don't remember that shortcut. Huh. Ah. Ow. Really? Come on. hate those things. Sounds like there is another somewhere, which I'm not a fan of. Wait, isn't this the room where I was? Did I make a mistake? I made a mistake. I made a mistake. I went backwards. I meant to go over here. Now that I think about it. Oh, there is a... Since when there is a chest there? I don't remember a chest being there. When did that chest spawn? Wait. That chest was not there, was it? I remember checking like once or twice. The chest was not here. Wait, what the fuck? When I used the song right there, it only opened the center, right? No, it spawned the chest over there. Right? The one on the other hand. What? What? Did it maybe spawn both chests at the same time? And this has nothing. Huh. That's incredibly confusing. I think I can have I completed this room? Because it actually now is confusing me. Huh. Okay, let's check the map one more time. There is no more chests in here, right? So now we need to do F3. That will probably lead me to F4. And then we can go after the boss, I suppose? This is just a room. Just a hallway that leads into a puzzle room. Interesting. We need a key for that. To open that door, I suppose I need to trigger the switch or eliminate all enemies. Wait. Is that guy like going through the wall? It is. Huh. And there is one guy that is like having existential crisis over there. When I move. Yeah, look at the guy. Just randomly disappearing through the wall. Don't fall. Oh, I see. So I need to have the guys like actually go into the fire without dying myself. Basically, they do the exact opposite movement that you do, right? So if I trigger the fire, we have like this guy on the other side, right? I can go over here and move like this, right? And go over here. Too late, I suppose. So for this guy to be on the fire, I need to stand right here, right? So I can literally just go over here, press this, go over to the other side. Excuse me, moving through. So I stand right here, and that guy dies. Right? Now to get the other guy. this guy is going to be annoying. To get the others on the same position, I need to be standing where? Right here, in this corner, for that guy to die. Okay. Rip. So I go over here, press this one, and then... excuse me, I'm going to the corner over here. And that's one more down. Now the guy over there, I need to check where does he go. Apparently, to have it... Why is Navi marking the hole? Wait. Is there a block of time here? It is. Huh. Interesting. So you need to stand here to actually trigger that. Okay. So I can press that and go stand on the block of time. And the guy is dead. Oh. This is curious. This temple is like making use of pretty much all the mechanics we have seen for the puzzles, right? We have some out of place enemies here and there. And it's making use of pretty much the whole like variety of items we have like gotten through the dungeons. Huh. Interesting. It feels like this dungeon should have been like something more. Yeah, the hover books would have helped actually. Yeah. The puzzles feel like more complex, more like thought out, right? But the dungeon itself in structure feels like much simpler, which is weird. Okay, so we are right there. Did I not check the other room? Oh, it's locked behind a key. No, I remember. We have one door to the left with a chest and one to the right with two. Oh, it opened the other door. Okay. Did you miss the switch, really? Wow. This leads up, and it says there is two chests here. Right here, I feel something blocking my path, and another right here. Wait, if I don't use the lens of truth, can I open them? It's not giving me the... Ah! That's a recovery card. You can actually open this. You don't actually need to use the Land of Truth. Yeah. Interesting. Let me check back the room over here. So we have that. So we cannot really open it. I'm thinking maybe we need to use light to open the other thing over there. So we need to go over here first. Can you imagine how painful that is? You are like walking on a random temple and you suddenly like break half your fingers on a chest that is invisible in the middle of the hallway. And then you face plant. That would be very funny way to encounter like the chest. I never actually stopped to look closer at these guys. So he will actually not attack you unless you actually attack first. Interesting. What if instead of invisible chests is invisible Lego pieces? That would be painful. Yes. Let me try something. Can I use this? Nope. Whoa, I flew. Sidestep. Rip. Who is even this guy? He's known as the Iron Knuckle, I believe. And I believe people have actually like data mined the game to check the actual model for the Iron Knuckle, and they discover underneath under the helmet there is this Gerudo. It's a Gerudo woman. Yeah, so people theorize it's basically a brainwashed Gerudo, forced to actually be the Iron Knuckle. Yeah. Okay, this leads outside, mirroring the site for the child.
I subscribed you. I've some amazing ideas for your channel theme
Welcome
that I
Zima
bet you
Young,
definitely
please enjoy the
like.
stream.
Hit me at Discord Zima 4311.
Well, if you have suggestions, I have a Discord server with a suggestion channel. Yeah, just so you're aware of that. You think that's a bot? Yeah, it does smell a little bit like a bot. Just in case I'm just mentioning that. So the chest just randomly spawns just because you step out of the side of the pyramid. I mean the temple. Yeah. Yeah, if you have suggestions, I have a Discord server with a section for suggestions. Yeah. The way this chest spawns is a bit confusing because you would think it should be here already, right? Just out of reach. But maybe because they gave you the long shot, it's actually possible to go from one chest to another. So they had to remove it and make it drop when you step out from the other door, basically. Yeah, they could actually have made a metal chest. Also, why is this shield here? Didn't we already get the dungeon item in the form of the silver gauntlets? Why suddenly are we getting 2 items per dungeon? Yeah, that's a bit weird, in my opinion. Can I see it? I wish you could see it. But it's not really 2 dungeons in one. Like I said, this dungeon is like more interesting when it comes to like puzzle mechanics, right? But it is less complex when it comes in when we speak about structure, right? It's not very complex or large. But we have 2 dungeon items here. So you go through both as a child as an adult. Where the issue with that is that as a child, you literally only see this part of the first floor, right? And then you see like this side of the temple. And finally this. So it's like not even a dungeon. It's basically a loop. Basically the shape is like you enter, you do a little loop, go upstairs. Upstairs you do a little puzzle, then you go outside to the hand of the goddess, right? Of the sands. This is basically the whole dungeon. Yeah, it's weird. It feels like this dungeon is both significantly more complex when it comes to the puzzles, but it's also significantly more simple in their structure, given the given the level we are currently. So we go back. This is a bit of backtracing, right? Backtracking. We go in here. We are back at this room. We ignore these 4 guys. We go over here. We use the shield. right? This is not introduced to us. Actually, now that I think about it, every single item in Zelda so far has basically forced you to use the item either in the same room where you get it or immediately after, right? Except this dungeon. You don't use it on the same place where you are. Yeah, it feels weird. This dungeon feels like there is like bits and pieces that feel out of place. For example, the weird glove that is like randomly there. There is like a section where you require the hook shot, another that requires the hover boots, right? There is like this amalgamation of like mechanics that, yeah, it actually like plays well, right? It's an escalation of complexity in the level of puzzles, but thematically they feel like disconnected, especially because you don't see the same treatment happening in the other temples. You don't see the puzzle escalate from a temple to another, as in they don't integrate like the dungeon items you already have, right? Or you are supposed to have. I believe only this dungeon is the exception. Yeah. Now that I think about it, this is the one temple that doesn't require the hookshot to access, right? Every other dungeon in the game you need the hookshot to actually enter. Not this one. For this one you need the Lens of Truth. No, actually, both the Gerudo Fortress and the Spirit Temple are behind the bridge at the crossing, right? Just before the Gerudo Fortress. And for that you need the hookshot. So basically this temple is actually behind the hookshot. It's just not immediately at the entrance like the other temples. This temple feels so weird. It feels... You know what it feels like? It feels like they had like these ideas about what they wanted the puzzles be for different temples, right? But eventually had to cut rooms out of the temples because they were like too complex or something, right? And they set aside those rooms, and eventually when they were like running out of time or something, they decided to grab those rooms and use them for this final temple, right? So there is this like inconsistency to this temple. It feels like all the scraps like brought together in this like patchwork of rooms. Yeah. It's weird. Because this temple has like some stuff that is unique to this temple, right? The light puzzles and the Anubis puzzles, the weird floating guys that move in the opposite direction you move, right? It's weird. Because you are never taught how to use this shield, excuse me. You are just expected to know how to use it. And this is just a small room with a chest. So this key is locked behind the light puzzle, right? But the place where you need to use this key is like right over here. Right there. Would it have been too difficult to just make this door in particular require the light puzzle instead of adding an extra key to this? Because there is no point of this, right? The distance between the key and the actual door is not that big. Yeah, it feels like they are like trying to use this collection of rooms, this collection of puzzles that are like disconnected, but not quite. Yeah. For example, the block of time that I moved is no longer here. So that reset between me moving around the temple, right? Which is something that doesn't really happen in the other temples. Huh. Also, if you look this room over here, you can actually see the literal divide between the two puzzles, right? They put like this spiky thing dividing both puzzles cleanly from one side of the room to the other. So these rooms maybe were like two separate rooms that they combined into one. Huh. Interesting. So there is like, you can even see the seams in the patchwork. You can actually see them like piecing together the rooms. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, because this puzzle is like particularly complex, especially for someone who might not know much platforming, right? If you put this at the start of the game, would be like too much for someone who has never played a 3D game before, right? Because remember, this game came out when they were basically first exploring 3D space in video games, right? So this room right here would be too complex if the temple was like at the very start of the game. But this being the last temple, it makes sense to have this kind of puzzle. Huh. Interesting. Okay, that sounds complex. Okay, I'm right there, right? And apparently also on this room over here. I don't like that when they basically mark a room you have not been in just because you are like right below it. Okay, got rid of this guy. Shit. Task failed successfully. Okay, that looks extremely complex. And there is even a school wall to that in the middle, right? But this puzzle also looks surprisingly complex, right? You need to climb, but you need to shoot down the school tula. You need to time your climbing to actually reach the correct spot before you actually hit the spikes, right? Let me check. What happens if I run into this? It's just a little hit. But if you are in the bit of the wall that is going to hit the spikes, you are thrown off the thing, right? You're not! You don't even take damage. What? Has anyone noticed that before? The spikes don't even do damage to you if you are clinging onto the wall. Now, that's something I didn't know. Oh. Okay. You wanna see something fun? This puzzle right here is actually one of the reasons I believe the long shot, the upgrade for the hook shot, was not meant to be a dungeon item, like a required dungeon item. Look. Now, that's obviously a problem in design. Right there. That's why I believe the long shot was not meant to be a required dungeon item. But at some point during the development, they decided to move the upgrade into the water temple and remove the item that was meant to be in the water temple and put it somewhere else, right? For some reason, they decided to do this, and they kind of screw over a few puzzles here and there, right? Which is very interesting. Wow, this temple is worse designed than I thought. Up. Oh, wait, what? I never seen this one before. Hold up. What is this? Wait. Wait. That platform is meant to be on the water temple. You can even see the texture from the water moving through the model. This is a platform they ripped out of the water temple and moved it into the spirit temple. Okay, I didn't actually expect to actually find something so like blatantly like obvious like this. And there is only hearts here. You can even see the texture right there. Okay. Also, what is this wall texture? What is this wall texture? Have we seen this wall texture somewhere else in the game? Huh. Shadow Temple? Really? I don't remember. It does look like something that should belong on the Shadow Temple. Yeah. Huh. These columns right here kinda remind me of the Water Temple. But I'm not sure. I will need to watch back the bots to actually check. Okay, so go over here, right? We have a sealed door with the Triforce in front of it. It doesn't look Egyptian, and it's very different to the textures right here. Wait, is this really that basic? Why is this here? Hold up. There is only one room over there. Why do we have this sealed door here? It feels like overly simplistic when you compare it to everything else. Is this another like patchwork room that they just decided to move around? And now we have fire enemies. Okay, so now we have a chest on fire, and it's the boss key. Apparently, we have a switch with ice on top, a hood shot on the top, a bunch of fake doors. This room feels like overly designed in a way. Huh. It feels like there is too much in this room. It almost feels like it's overly designed. Like when you try to make a room, but a puzzle, but you have like this bunch of mechanics you wanna use, but don't know how to properly integrate them. Also, if you want more like demonstrations that there is like this patchwork on this temple, just look at the ground. The carpet ends abruptly. The floor here is like different color, different texture, and only on the middle. So that means the doors outside were meant to be like a different puzzle. And maybe the one for the boss key and the eyes up top were meant to be like its own thing. Yeah. Is the hedgehog thing on top of the switch? It is not. Okay. This is basically just guess the right door. Fun enough. Huh. So we have this thing up here that does nothing. What happens if I use the hover boots? Ah, I didn't mean to press that one. It doesn't trigger. Huh. This puzzle feels a little bit not that like high quality compared to the rest of the ones we have seen so far. Oh, that actually spawned another block of ice or whatever its name is. It's weird that they decided to make it like a transparent block. Yeah, that's a bit weird. Huh. So you get the boss key right here. The puzzle is not particularly difficult. It just feels like off because it's like not thematically consistent. You have like a fire puzzle with transparent platforms that look like ice using doors that we have only seen on the Spirit and Fire Temple. On the Shadow and the Fire Temple. Using bombs. This puzzle requires bombs. We're back at this like weird face design. There is something that looks like a platform, a bunch of jars, angry jars apparently. Yeah, the themes between the rooms don't feel like consistent. I know that one from the Water Temple. Okay, so we see that room. I hear something that sounds like... Oh. What are those called again? I don't remember. Those guys. What are those guys named? Bubble. Where? That's a weird name. Really? Stay still. Really? So this is a light puzzle. And we have this, that's the door where I came from. There it says there is a chest here. touches invisible, or you need to make it drop. Also, the bubbles drop arrows, which is a bit weird, given that you need bombs right here. Huh, this guy didn't burn? I thought this guy like burned up. Wait, or are those the undead that burn? So this is a very basic puzzle using lights. Interestingly, this has like the ouch. Wait, hold up. How did you go away? How did you get the chest here? How did you get the chest here? Is my question currently. Is it maybe hidden using this? Oh wait, there is a sun on top there. Ah. I can barely not reach it. Oh, and it's a wrong sound effect? Oh, you get bombs. Okay. It was just bombs. Now that's where you get the bombs, I suppose. Not for the monster, but from that particular weirdly hidden puzzle. Yeah, it's weird that they are like playing the wrong sound effect when you actually get something. Yeah. I will agree that the traps that you get do deserve like the wrong, the one that was a trap. It makes sense for that one, right? But for these ones, it doesn't really make sense. Okay. Give me a moment. I need to go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back for the boss. Yeah. One moment. Please excuse me for a little bit. Hello. I was thinking, here is my train of thought. This particular temple has had a lot of puzzles that had the wrong sound effect, right? Here is my theory. All these puzzles were made at the start of development, where they were like making puzzles that had multiple options, basically, and there was one correct option and the rest were wrong, right? But because there was like no way for knowing if which answer was correct, they decided to keep like this consolation prize on the wrong answers, right? But that meant that you have not puzzles, but quizzes. And not even quizzes, but basically just guess. It was just gambling, picking a random option and trying if it was correct, right? These puzzles were like made probably early on development, and eventually they move on to having puzzles that were either simply you solve it or you have not, right? There is no like multiple answers, no wrong answers, right? So maybe these rooms were like originally like the earlier rooms that were developed, the earlier like quote-unquote puzzles created for Ocarina of Time. Because when I thought about it, the presence of a wrong sound effect in a puzzle implies the existence of a correct sound effect in a puzzle, right? A wrong option implies by its existence of a right option. So maybe when they removed these rooms from the game and set it apart, when they put them back together to make this dungeon, they didn't remove the sound effects for the wrong options, but they removed the right options, right? Because they wanted the right option to be you get the correct chest with the map or the compass, or you open the correct door, right? And they set aside the wrong options for like maybe other optional stuff, and they never actually got around to actually adding stuff in that areas, right? So the right answers for this, like guess the correct option, became like opening doors or chests like the map, etc., right? But the wrong options were left as it is, right? Which makes these like weird puzzles where you get the wrong sound effect even though you correctly solve the puzzle. Yeah. What do you guys think about my theory? I think it makes sense in my opinion. Yeah. Also, by the way, how would you know you need to do this? There is nothing telling you to flash the goddess. You kinda just go with your gut right here. Because the face of the goddess has no like... Wait, I suppose it maybe looks like the mirrors, right? We were using before. Maybe that's the hint. Very light hint, but it makes sense. Actually, let me check the map. We have everything. We explored every room in the dungeon, right? You have the light, so it implies you have to use the shield. Yes, that is indeed truth. The question would be, where do I use it? Well, I suppose there is no other way to use it than, I mean, at the goddess, I suppose? Yeah. Okay, by like a process of elimination, you will do it. Yeah. Now, once you have done that, you see that there is a crate? No, not crate. What is called that? Fence behind the face. Why would you think you should use the hook shot here? What here does it scream hook shot? Right? Because that looked like metal. It's not wood. Well, maybe we have had a few dungeons where you could climb metal fences, right? So maybe that would be a hint, but I don't know, it feels a little bit far-fetched. Yeah, the face crumbles, so maybe by a game process of elimination, you would actually use the full shot eventually. Yeah, the chest is actually good shotable too. That's indeed correct. That's funny. Because once you do this, the door opens. Okay, let's say I say, oops, I forgot something. What happens if I jump? Now what? For comedy reasons? Yeah. Okay, so we go back up, right? I heard something that sounded like the crate closing. Is that correct? Yeah, it kinda closed. It's maybe a tad bit too far away from me to shoot from here, maybe? Yeah, it's a bit too far. Can I hook and close? You can hook shot onto the chains. What the fuck? You cannot do that on other chains, can you? Can you? Yeah, the crate closed, so you can actually go up there if you require. You can put your chains. Where is in the game do we see chains? Okay, I need you to remember. Where else that is not doors, of course, do we see chains like those? I'm going to go and check if I can use the hook shot on them. The town gates, yes. After the boss, I'm going to go over there. Kotake. Ohomin Kotake. What unrighteous fellows he is, to intrude boldly into our temple. Our temple? Shall we teach him the rightful lesson? You don't have a weapon. Oh. Ouch. Ew. Ow. it is. Oh, this is what's her name? Naboru, right? Again, so she was brainwashed before. That's actually kinda horrifying, the way they captured her. Yeah. So this was the boss. There is no longer a boss on the map. Well, there is a mark on F3, but there is no boss on the map. Yeah, if you imagine being her at that moment, it's kinda horrifying. It's a bit weak for a dungeon boss, right? Then what is this? Where are we on the map? We are no longer on the map. Did you notice that? That's weird, isn't it? We are no longer on the map. Now, this looks like a boss arena, doesn't it? This temple has 2 dungeon items. It has 3 mini bosses. One that is like basically a copy. The same mini boss 3 times. And then we have a proper boss right here. Yeah, this feels like it could be in the water temple place. Okay, here we go. I need to learn to aim. Why are you so close? Ah, like this. Ah, shit. She moved too much. Really? Come on. That's bullshit. Come on. Come on. This is harder than I remember. Really? Wow, I'm really bad at this. It does feel like a bit like Banjo-Kazooie. Ah, that's not good. Can I... I'm just wondering. Nope. These guys are not really cooperating, huh? You didn't target lock? Maybe I'm using this wrong then. I'm so bad at this. Wow. Wow. Got it. That's one. There we go. Got it? I missed completely. Heal? I don't have heals currently, but I do have a fairy, so it's fine. For now. Also, I kinda know the range of the AoE, so that's fine. At least. Yeah. You guys, I wish I could just shoot you. Wow, it really doesn't aim correctly, huh? Gotcha. There we go, finally. Ew. Ah! Whoa, that was close. Okay. Okay, just waiting for the fire attack. Not that one either. There we go. I'm so good at this. I'm just incredible at this game. I'm just such a good player. Apparently I'm playing with fire. Quite literally. Okay, I don't like the noises she makes. I think the fact that I know she's like a fuse of the two grannies kinda makes this a little bit awkward. That's two. One more. I hate that stupid function. Okay, so that's one. Okay. Nice. Got it. Reason you can do the trigger runs. Yeah. I have learned that when I'm at the very edge of time in these kind of games, I usually somehow lock in and start doing way better. Ah, really? I'm so good at this. It's kinda mind-boggling how good I am at this game. Hello, Abby? Help? Thank you, Navi. You were so helpful right there. Finally, some ice. Come on, get up. Link? Lovely. That's two. Let's remove the target lock so I can actually jump. There we go. Oh. I got teleported into the stage. Oh. Shoot. Huh? Question, if these ones are supposed to be evil, why are they going to heaven, apparently? Okay, they finally shut up. Yeah, I do believe they should be going to hell, but apparently they are not. Also, we never actually saved Naboru. What happened to her? Also, the floor here is very interesting. We have like this script on the edges, right? And then we have the sun in the middle. Interesting. Because it's not like symbology you see in the Zelda series. Also, there is this like dragon motif. You see? 2 dragons. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 dragons in a circle, biting each other's tails, surrounding the sun. That's... We never actually seen that before in the Zelda series, have we? Hmm. Hmm. Chamber of the Sages. Let me thank you. A completed swordman. Well, my performance in that boss battle will say otherwise. By the way, I really messed up. I was brainwashed by those old witches and used by Ganondorf to do this evil wheel. Then isn't it funny? That person let me continue to be this sage of spirit. That actually means like Ganondorf could take control of the sages when you think about it. That's a very kinda dangerous implication right there. I'm going to pay them back for what they did to me. The hero of time. Instead of keeping the promise I made back then, I'll give you this medallion. Take it. I find it funny how they always, before they give you the medallion, they are always like, take it! Take it! It's an order! Got the water gym back. It does actually looks a bit like a Gemini medallion a little bit. Maybe a Yin Yang medallion? If only I knew you would become such a handsome man. Wow. What are you implying? I should keep the promise I made back then. So you regret giving me the medallion? Not only giving me the medallion. Blah, 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 blah. Mew, the hero. Finally, all of us 6 sages have been awakened. Time for the final showdown with the evil king has come. King of Evil. I read that backwards. Before that, though, you should mean the one who is waiting for you. The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. Welcome back, Felipe. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Desert Colossus. I find it funny that they send you here instead of the Temple Time. I'm missing the big iron sword. Ouch. Yeah, the command is metal pipe. I'm getting signal to go to Kakariko village for some reason. Huh. That's odd. Why am I being sent to Kakariko village? Huh. Hold on, let me go to Kakariko village. What was the one for the Shadow Temple? Hold on, it's like within grasp in my brain. There we go. Oh, great. That's not the Shadow Temple. Sorry. Well, that was a failure. Ah, right. Left, right, right. Left, right, down. Okay. Not that. It's funny that I have trouble with that, but I can remember the out of order, like in a heartbeat. Yeah, I do like the out of order. I find it funny that that boss, the one we just did, is meant to be like fought using fire and ice magic, but my fire arrows did nothing, which is a bit of an inconsistency, right? Did I get everything here? Ah. Yeah, the next one is the 100th one. Yeah, the out of order will indeed take priority in my brain. But am I... The map is saying I should go here for some reason. But I don't see what I should be doing here. Maybe I should ask Navi. Wow, really? Then let me speak to Saria. Great are channeling our power to you. The destiny of Harold depends on you. Wow, now they're really not telling you anything, huh? Okay, shall I teleport to the temple time or should I walk into the temple time? What would be your choice? Do I walk? Do I teleport? What happens if I walk? Because most people would just teleport there, right? Yeah, but the idea here is to try to break the game in some way. See what happens, basically. Oh, right, the chains of the bridge. Right. Can I actually... Come on. Stop being... So it's only those particular chains you can actually good shot? Do we know of any other like chains? Anywhere? I didn't know you could backflip. Right here. Wow. Those were the stress, so maybe supposedly there is more somewhere? Maybe, but I cannot really remember. Where would that be? Yeah. Wow. We got quite a shot right there. Mew, the hero of time. You have overcome many hardships and awakened 6 sages. And now you have a final challenge, a showdown with Ganondorf, the king of evil. Before that, I have things that I want to tell you. Please listen. Yeah, I'm starting to think only in the Sun Temple you can do that. Another unknown legend of the Triforce, passed on by the Shadow Folk, the Shikas. An unknown legend, huh? If you would seek the Sacred Triangle, listen well. The resting place of the Sacred Triangle, the Sacred Realm, is a mirror that reflects what is in the heart of the one who enters it. If an evil heart, the realm will become full evil, pure, the realm will become a paradise. The Triforce, the Sacred Triangle, is the balance that weighs the 3 forces: power, wisdom, and courage. Weighs the 3 forces. The heart of the one who holds the Sacred Triangle has all 3 forces in balance. That one will regain the true force to govern all. But that one heart is not in balance. The trust will separate into 3 parts: power, wisdom, and courage. Only the one part will remain for the one who touched the triangle. The part resembling the force that the one most believes in. If that one seeks true force, then one must acquire the 2 lost parts. Those 2 parts will be held within others chosen by destiny, who will bear the Triforce mark on the backs of their hands. 7 years ago, Ganondorf, the King of Thieves, used the door you open in the Temple of Time and entered the Sacred Realm. But when he laid his hands on the Triforce, the legend came true. The Triforce separated into 3 parts. Only the Triforce of Power remained with Ganondorf's hands. The strength of the Triforce of Power enabled him to become a mighty, evil king, but his dark ambitions were not satisfied. So basically, here's the deal. If the Triforce is like complete, the 3 triangles united,